recording this, okay? So what does x element z mean? It means positive and negative whole numbers. What does x less than 2 mean? All the numbers smaller than 2. Don't include it unless it has a equal sign underneath. So where should I start?
At 2.
No, it doesn't have the equal sign, so I can't start at 2.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So 1.
1, 0, 1, minus 2, is 3, minus 4. And draw an arrow. Is that right? What about the next one? X less than or equal to 3. X element n. Natural numbers. I'm going to make a mistake. I want you guys to tell me what my mistake is. 3, 2, 1, 0. What?
There's no zero because it's a natural
No 0 because it's a natural number.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Next one. What does R mean? Real numbers.
Anything above. Oh, no. Is it?
Anything. So R means decimals and fractions included. So you're going to do a line rather than dots. Now I'm going to make a mistake here. It goes from -2 up to 4. I've made a mistake. I'd love you guys to tell me what the mistake was. Any ideas? No, 0's allowed. Is the -2 included? See the way it's less than? So I don't want the -2 included, but here's what I do. I have to use what's called a hollow dot. Do you know why I have to use the hollow dot? Because -1.999 is included, but -2 isn't. So that's why I have to use a hollow dot. You only ever use a hollow dot for R. Is that okay? Excellent. Now, we got to do a number line for this one in a few minutes. We didn't do too well on the number lines, okay? So that's something that we'll focus on going forward. They do appear in the leaving cert, but they're all right. They're a bit like this. Okay, so we're going to do a game. X is on the left, other numbers on the right, okay? So R, tell me what to do. Stays or goes?
Goes.
Yeah. -X stays or goes?
Goes.
X is stay on the...
Oh, yeah, yeah. Left, yeah.
Yeah.
Stays.
2x stays or goes?
Stays.
2x is on the right hand side. We want x's on the left. So I'll write it out in larger font. That's what the issue is here. Okay. So there's two sides. Okay. Just the Celtic side, and then there's the Man City side. Everybody agreed? Man City, your side Celtic. X's want to play for Celtic.
Oh, yeah. So they go after the right.
Yeah. So we'll do it again. Stays or goes?
Stays.
Goes.
Oh, yeah.
Stays or goes?
Stays.
Stays. Stays or goes?
Goes.
Goes. Stays or goes?
Stays.
Okay. Where did the 2x go?
Go home at the equals.
And when it changes side, it was positive. Now it's... Okay. What about here?
Positive.
-4, yeah. And if you can, take down the fixes. -2x minus x. Anybody? -3x greater than or equal to -9. We're going to magic wand it. What does magic wand it mean? Everything's positive?
Yeah.
Now there is a problem with the magic wand in this question. Can anybody tell me what the problem is? It changes the direction. Why does it change the direction? So check this out, right? 5 is bigger than -3. Would you agree with that? What happens if I magic wand both sides?
Not both. Positive.
One of them's, the positive one becomes negative, and the negative one becomes... And then I have to reverse the sign. Why do I have to reverse the sign? Because -5 is smaller than 3. So anytime you magic wand an inequality, you got to reverse the sign. Divide by 3 then. 9 divided by 3? 3. You want all the numbers smaller than or equal to 3. So what do we reckon?
Equal to 3.
3.
2. 1. 0.
Should I put 0 in? Natural number, so caveman wouldn't think about 0. He was just thinking about 1 buffalo, 2 buffalo, 3 buffalo. How to do simultaneous equations?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay. Pick a letter you'd like to get rid of.
Oh, yeah. Y.
We're going to get rid of the y, yeah?
Yeah.
Now what gets rid of a 4y? minus 4y. Do you see the y you have here?
Yeah.
You don't want that to be plus y. You want that to be. So what should you multiply the bottom equation by? Minus 4.
Right.
So minus 4 multiplied by 2x.
Forward.
So minus 4 multiplied by 2x.
Oh yeah. Four.
4 multiplied by 2.
4 to
Minus 8x, okay? Because you're multiplying 4 by minus 2. Yeah. Then you're going to multiply minus 4 by y. And what you get then? Minus 4 times y.
4y.
Minus 4y. And then minus 4 times 9. Minus 4 times 9. You can use your calculator. Your calculator will do it. Minus 36. And now you're going to add downwards, okay? You have €3, but you owe your friend €8. Minus 5. You have 4y, but you take away 4y. Nothing. 29, take away 36. Minus 7. Multiply both sides by minus. Magic wanda.
Plus 5x and then plus 7x.
7, yeah. What you do with the 5? 7 divided by 5, yeah. And you get 1.4. Jay, I think you got that, did you?
Yeah, I forgot.
You forgot to finish the y value then, did you? But you got 8 out of 10, was it? Okay, so Jay got that completely right. But what he needs to do next is he needs to go back to the original question, okay? Your choice. You can use option A or option B. Which choice do you want to make? B, Grant. 2 times x plus y is 9. That's option B, agreed?
Yeah.
What can I replace x with? We got it a minute ago.
1.4.
So I can replace that with 1.4 and multiply it by 2 and it becomes 2.8. And then you want to get the y on its own. Is the y on its own currently? So how do I get that? Stays or goes to 2.8? Goes. And when it goes, it becomes negative.
2.
Use your calculator and you're good to go. Go on, do it.
Yeah. 6.
I made the same mistake doing the American scheme. So, what's A?
2
B? Minus B? C? Okay. And then the formula. So that's your formula, isn't it? So what do we get? 7 plus or minus. And then
in brackets minus 7.
so what goes here?
7 plus 7.
Yeah,
2
yeah,
plus 3.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So the plus one is 3 point. All right. And the negative one? Minus 0.89. Okay. 3.9, yeah? That, yeah? Cool. All good? Okay. Now, yeah, 0.39. Okay. We'll see what the next question is then. Most of you got 10 there, did you? What do you get? Yeah. Did I give you this question? Or did it must have cut off, did it? What you want to do is you want to give them all a common denominator. Because the common denominator, the fractions are stopping you from doing it. So you have to think of a number that 2 and 3 can turn into. What do you think it's going to turn into? So multiply the top and bottom by 3, top and bottom by 2, and what about the last one? Top and bottom by 6. Why is it 6?
Because
Exactly. And then the 16 has to be multiplied top and bottom by 6 as well.
Yeah.
So I'm helping the two lads. You got 9x plus 15, did you? Over 6. And plus what? 2x minus over. And then 96 over 6. And what you cancel out the 6's?
yeah, you cancel out
So what you get then? 9x plus 2x. 9 plus 2. €9 and your mate owes you 2. 11. You have 15 but you owe your mate 8. 15 take away 8. 7. Now we want to get that x on its own, don't we? So how do we do it? 7 over the other side becomes 96 take away 7. And then 89 divided by 11. 89 over 11. Okay. So you have a new hurl. It costs 33 quid, yeah? Now what are we going to do to it? Are we going to make it more expensive or less expensive? So you have a choice, right? You can multiply it by 15%. You can multiply it by 0.15 and take it away if you want. What's the way I do this? If you lose 15%, what percent do you have left over?
74. Oh no, 84. Sorry.
So if you multiply it by 85,
Yeah.
you'll get the number direct. So the number directly is €28 and 5 cents. Is that what you guys got?
how did you get that?
So what you got was you got 15% of it. 15% of it was 4.95. Yeah. And what you should have done, yeah, perfect. And what you should have done was you should have taken that away from the 33. All right? Now the next one's an awkward one, okay? You buy a jersey and you include VAT of 23%. Does that, yeah. Do you know what that does? It drives it over 100%. It actually drives it upwards to 123%. Okay, so here we got that. It brings up to that much. So what we gotta do is we gotta find out what 1% is. How'd you find out what 1% is, lads? You can. It's gonna be a lot smaller, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you can divide it by 123.
23.
So divide that by 123. Ah, divided by 123. Perfect. 0.4024.
Yeah.
What percentage of it was the actual VAT?
23.
So you have to multiply that answer by 23 to figure out how much VAT you actually added onto it. 4024 multiplied by 23. Yeah, 23, yeah.
9.24.
So 9.26 rounded off. Yeah, when you multiply this out, you get 9.2. Yeah, 5, but it gets rounded up. Yeah. Okay. Now the next one. We did a couple of these recently, didn't we? We had gross taxa 20%, taxa 40%, gross tax, tax credit, and finally, what was the last one? Income tax, yeah. Now, believe it or not, I'm going to copy all this into. Okay, 1 sec. I'm gonna copy that into part C because I'm gonna need it in a few minutes. I don't want to draw it again because I'm lazy. Oh, wonder if it'll work here. Nope. Never mind. I'm not gonna get away with that. I'm gonna draw it again. That's frustrating. Okay, here we go. What's your gross, guys? How much money do we earn? 40,000.
Just write it down.
Yeah, maybe. Now, what's 40,000? have to break it up into two categories. What two categories do we have to break it up into? 35,000.
That's what I left after actually.
Yeah. And then
The rest is tax.
3,700. Yeah. One of them gets charged at what percentage?
20%.
And the other one gets charged at?
4.
Okay. So put that into the calculator, multiply 353 by 20%, guys. 700, thank you. Sorry guys, it's 4,700, not 3,700. That's alright. You get that one and you take away that one. Yeah. Yeah.
What's the how do we do it again?
So what was that? 35,300 multiplied by 20%, was it?
Yeah. 7,060.
And then we all agreed the percentage button was in, no, it's not in tools. It's in, catalog, probability, that, alright? And then we all got 7,060, yeah? Now we did the same thing for 4,700 multiplied by 40%, and we got 1,880. Now what happens now? How do we get our gross tax? No, gross tax is add them both together. So 8,940. That's how much we're meant to pay the government. Are we going to pay them all that? Why not? And not that. It's called tax credit. It's called tax credit. Okay. We take away the tax credit. And how much are we actually going to pay them? 7,290. You all cool with that? Now, what's happening in the next question is they're basically saying we were on 40 grand, but the government's going to take away 7,290, and then we have to pay another 1,500 euro on our health insurance. So what does that leave us coming home with? 31,200. And the deal is, do you know what? I'll copy and paste the new question onto the same page. That's what I'll do. Make this easier for myself. Okay, so here's the new question, yeah? I'll just grab it, bring it onto the same page. Current page. Okay. There we go. I know, yeah. I know what to do. That's how I do it. Paste it like that. What the? Alright, look, I'll just do it over here. Right. So, lads, we're going to do the same thing again, okay? Except this time it's 38 grand. Alright? And what they do is they don't give you 40 grand anymore. They give you 38 grand and a tax-free 1,500. You get what I'm saying? So we're going to do the same thing again. Gross income is 38,000, yeah? And you're right. Tax at?
20%.
And the tax at 20% is the same as last time. Because last time, what did we break it up into? We broke it up into 35,300 at 20%. And what's the other one? Yeah, 2,700 at. Okay, and we're going to do the two of them now in the calculator, okay? And when you do them in the calculator, what you should get is the same. 7060, exactly the same as last time, except this one's smaller. It's 1,080. You add them together to get what? Once you add them together? No, add them. 8,140. You're not going to pay all that. Why?
Tax credit.
Your tax credit of 1,650. So how much are you going to pay the government? 6,490. Now, if you will, Do you know that €1,500? We could just use that to pay off the health insurance, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Was the health insurance 1,500? Well, if you read the last question, I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
All right. So we just use that money to pay off the health insurance, won't we? Health insurance is gone. So all we have to worry about now is our 38,000 minus our 6,490,
90.
which comes to 31,500 and
No, 10.
yeah, and that's actually 300 quid more than what you were getting. So you take the two of them away from each other, you get 300 quid. I think so this one, we just multiply it out. So, or what happens when you multiply them out?
5 by 2x equals minus 10x.
5 by minus 1.
Minus 5.
Two minuses when you multiply them.
Plus 5.
3 times 6.
18.
3 times minus x.
Minus 3x.
Plus 3, yeah?
Yeah.
11x take x.
1x.
18 plus 3.
21.
Stays or goes, right?
Yeah.
X is on the left, other numbers to the right. So X playing for Man United,
Stays.
and then Y is playing for X is playing for Man United, everything else playing for Man City. Okay?
Yeah.
Stays or goes?
Stays.
Stays or goes?
Goes.
Colour of that. Right, stays or goes? This one 21.
Stays.
Minus 3x stays or goes? So we're going to get x plus 3x because minus 3x turns to,
Plus.
and 21 take
Um,
5.
16. Oh no.
Oh, ooh. Then we get 4x equals 16 and then x equals 4. I should have gave you full marks for that. Yeah, you shouldn't have got full marks for that. My fault. You might have got 10 for that, yeah. Alright. Should have been a 6, I'm afraid.
Out of what?
10. Alright, guys, last one. Now, we all agreed we're not doing this full question, didn't we?
No.
We said it's too hard, but how can I get a lot of the marks? So do you remember, why is this not a normal simultaneous equation?
Because the y squared.
The square is on the bottom, yeah?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do?
Get rid of
So we're going to sub it out.
I.
Get y on its own. Is y on its own in the top equation?
Yeah.
Well, is the 5 not with it?
Oh yeah.
So what are you going to do with the 5?
Bring it over.
And what you get?
Minus 5.
So 2x minus. Now guess what you're going to do in the new equation? Anywhere you see y, what are you going to do?
Actually.
So what you get? Replace y with
Minus 12.
2x minus 5. And if you stop there, you're